Hey everybody, take this lid off so you don't hear the drips. Okay, so today we are going to make some Mexican pickles with the carrot, onion, and jalapenos. I picked a bunch of my jalapenos and I need to do something with them. So, and I already have cowboy candy, pepper jelly, pickled peppers. So I'm going to do these. I'm going to do some poppers and a couple of other things that I'll share with you. So I have onion that I cut into chunks. I have carrots that I cut into rings, and it was hard to find any big carrots. And then, I just knocked you out. And I have my peppers that I sliced into rings. I also have whole garlic cloves that I peeled. That one still has a bit of peel, so I have those. So, I'm so sorry I whacked you all upside the head. Okay, so we are going to take 2 cups of vinegar, three cups of water, and the recipe calls for 6 jalapenos, 6 carrots, and 1 onion. This much brine. There's a skin to my garlic. So I don't know what that'll give me because the end recipe didn't say, so I will probably have to double this brine, I'm thinking. And we are going to do a half a teaspoon of sugar and 1 tablespoon of salt. I'm just using the canning salt. You know what? I can tell by looking. I'm going to add another 2 cups of vinegar and a cup of water. I'm going to go ahead and double this. I keep getting, oh, that's from my box. What was in my water? I guess I should pour that salt into a different container so I don't put the cardboard box in my stuff. Another half a teaspoon of sugar. And another tablespoon of salt, hopefully with no box. Okay, no box. Going to bring this up to a boil. I have my lids in hot water. These are lids from Lehman's that I got a year ago. So I do heat these up. They are not the Ball brand. I also have my rings in there. I have my jars over there in the canner. They've been in there the whole time. So I'm going to bring this up to a boil. Pack everything into hot jars with hot rings and lids. Hot brine, process for 10 minutes. So I will be back when this comes to a bubble. Okay, let's start packing some jars. Okay, I have these tongs so I don't touch these peppers. And I'm just going to, can you see? Layer some stuff. I'm going to add a garlic clove to each jar. And you can pack them any way you want, with as much of each veggie as you like. You can slice your veggies as thick or as thin as you want them. My favorite is the onion. I really like onion. I'm probably going to chop another one up. Because I'll end up picking the onion out. Need a garlic clove for that one and that one, right? Yeah. That'll just give you some more flavor. You can also add some Mexican oregano to your brine, but I've never had that in the restaurants I've gone to, and that's where I've originally had these, is at your authentic Mexican restaurants. I've only had it at one restaurant here. My husband remembers having them, but he doesn't remember what restaurant it was. I'm dropping things. You want to fill them up to about a half an inch of headspace. I'm going to make sure they're packed in there well. So mush them down without squishing your veggies too much. I have lots of little air pockets in there. Get that to debubble. okay. Debubble. Add more if you need any. Half inch to 1/4 inch of headspace. Just like any other pickle. That one could take some more veg. Get a paper towel and wipe your rim. Always wipe your rim, even if it's a vinegar base. You don't want anything to block a seal. And you could just add a couple of jalapenos to each one if you're not a spicy person and you don't want that spice, but you like the carrots and the onion. Put your mids on. And you can do this if you just want a jar for the refrigerator. Just make a jar at a time. Just do 1 cup of vinegar, 1 cup of water, 1/4 teaspoon of sugar, and some salt to taste. And then just put them in the fridge and let them sit for a while. I hate how the lids turn funny now. So I'm going to finish filling up my jars and then we will come back and put them in the canner. Okay. Maybe put these in. Dump that hot water in there. Got 7 jars. Put the lid on. When it comes back to a boil, we will time it for 10 minutes. And if you wanted to do these and not process them, you could do everything and then when they cool down, pop them in the fridge, and in a couple of weeks they'd be ready to eat. So it's basically a refrigerator pickle. And then I think I will just put the rest of these and the brine I have left and just can them like that. You could also kick them up a notch if you wanted to add some peppercorns to your jars. I do that with pickles as well. So we will let these process for 10 minutes when it comes back to a boil, and I will see you when they're coming out of the pot. Okay, we're going to take them out. Always take the lid off away from you so you don't burn your face. jar. Jars everywhere. And a couple of tips for you. If you don't use gloves and you're slicing your jalapenos, wash your hands in cold water. Do not use hot water. It will open your pores and that oil will go in and your hands will burn for 3 days. The 3 days I have personal experience with, but through the protests I've learned you do not use hot water if you get pepper sprayed when you shower. So use cold water to wash your hands. And I meant to put pickle crisp in these, so if you have pickle crisp, add that to these, and that would be a well-rounded, like a heaping 1/8 of a teaspoon of pickle crisp for a pint. And double that if you're doing bigger than pints. So there's our Mexican pickles. Pickled carrots, jalapeno, onion, and you all stay safe out there, stay healthy. I know things are tough in a lot of areas right now, so thinking about you, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.